So we've got some Dear Wang coming your way, because guess what? For those of you who don't know Dear Wang or Dear Wang, or whatever you want to call her,
say,
she has made us some new music, actually, for our entertainment. But you know what? It's not actually new music. We'll get into that. So shall
Pop
we...
her in the background so we always have to treat it like it's a new audience.
Okay.
Just put it, that's Miranda.
No, of course.
That's the wrong shill woman. So Dear Wang is also part of Global Link. So there's whole tiers. There's different tiers, different spheres, different layers of propaganda. Their newest thing in China is to hire a pretty girl to go speaks good English to do propaganda. And this is Xinhua's version. You know, CGTN exists. You have all kinds of stuff. But Xinhua, New China TV, this is their pretty Chinese girl, whatever. I'm a huge simp for her. She is their singer. She always makes these really bizarre, fantastical parodies clowning on America, democracy.
She always dresses up in different wigs,
in bizarre wigs, right? And she's last time we caught her out singing a Taiwanese pop song with the lyrics changed to a critique of America's policy in Cuba.
Yes,
which was
really bizarre.
Here's a little recap.
Yeah, we'll give you a recap here. Here we go.
No, I'll never admit my mistake.
You got a pretty nice voice.
Sure.
Make a fake, this is my way.
It's so bizarre to me.
Yes.
No one's making songs about it. No.
Oh, we got to play it out. Sorry. Oh yeah. Seems similar, right?
I am granted the right to invade. Makes me irritate at the mere mention of Pig Bay.
Okay, so before we get into the new one, for those of you who don't know, the previous thing that she wrote about being irritated at the mention of Pig Bay, that was a Taiwanese song, a very famous Taiwanese song that we both recognize from our time in China because, you know, that's what you find in the karaoke parlors. And she just knocked that off and made it this ridiculous song about being irritated about Pig Bay, right?
Yes. Now, Dear Wang, Dear Wang, I gotta admit, don't tell my wife, massive crush. Right. She's got a very good voice, and it's weird. I have this bizarre feeling when I watch her. I'm like, I could not disagree more with someone's message in this entire world. For some reason, I'm enchanted. However, I will say this: her newest Bizarro World video is. These, you know, see these cartoon animals? These are supposed to represent people of different countries.
Yes.
So she's a magician.
Okay.
And what I'm going to just cut to the chase here because I don't want you to have to sit through this. Is so bad.
Yeah.
But all of these cartoons are basically complaining about America's involvement in their democracy.
Yes.
So that's on the top right, supposed to be Vietnam. On the bottom right is supposed to be Afghanistan.
Yeah, this like mountain goat.
Yeah, and so they just whine about this shit. But then she goes into a song about this is a critique about the Democracy Summit. Every time you see these pretty girls or any of the foreign shills or whatever doing promotion of CCP propaganda, it's always around some event that they're pissed off at. Right. So that Pig Bay thing was something that happened with Cuba.
Yes.
This they call Dear Wang. They're like, Dear Wang, we're kind of we're upset about this Democracy Summit that we're not invited to. Can you whip up a song for us?
Sure.
Which she did.
Well, I mean, I don't think she does it herself. She's got like
definitely
a huge team doing it for her, but
absolutely.
whatever. So yeah, let's take a look at what she's going on about here.
Civilians with impunity.
And its election system was driving us crazy.
Yeah, you know, this is the thing as well. Like, why did they have to choose animals to represent these other countries?
Let's be honest.
That's what they believe? They believe the other countries are just lowly animals?
This is something you won't see in like mainstream media. We can say this because we lived in China.
Yeah.
The Chinese government absolutely dehumanizes and looks down on other races.
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
No, it's very true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
It's a racial superiority government.
Yeah. Okay, let's take a look.
It's a democracy. Use democracy as a cloak, a merry-cracy, roast the
Hold on a second.
Yeah.
That sounds awfully familiar. When I saw this, I was like, Dear Wang, can we not do this dance again? First, she copies this. Well, I should say that their team, the propaganda team, has to copy a freaking Taiwanese song. Okay, let's give them the benefit of the doubt. They claim Taiwan.
Yes.
Okay, you can have that Taiwanese song then.
Yeah,
I
pretend.
disagree with it,
Yeah,
but
of course you could pretend that
you could pretend like you own that.
Yeah.
Why did you have to copy the Wellerman, the sea shanty that's very popular right now?
I don't even know that song, but you
Let's find
know
out.
it. So yeah, let's take a look.
Oh, come Mary, Chrissy, roast the world.
There once was a ship that put to sea. The name of the ship was a Billy of Tea.
If any country said no, you would bash it as your foe. Democracy of our own reflects our culture, will and soul.
Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
Pause this.
Okay.
Why did they have to ruin this song? And why steal it?
Yeah, why steal it? Because, obviously China can't come up with it. She's saying, oh, we have our own democracy or whatever. Obviously not. You just stole it from some. I mean, your whole government, this whole Marxist, Leninist, communist system is Western.
Yeah.
Karl Marx is German. You can't even come up with your own form of government. Never
No.
mind anything else.
No.
But it really annoys me that Chinese state media, by the way, Xinhua, top of the
Yeah,
tier,
their
top tier.
budget's huge.
Why do they have to steal popular music? Why can they not make their own music? And why is it that these popular music artists don't sue them? If I plagiarized a song right now and put it on my YouTube channel, I'd get screwed.
Absolutely. I'm actually curious. I won't call for any action, but what I would say is these artists that put their hard-earned effort and all that kind of stuff, into production.
I don't know. I just saw an Irish dude banging a piece of wood on a beach. I wouldn't say it's a lot of hard work.
Okay, it's a great song.
I mean, I wouldn't know.
It is.
I'm not
It's a great
into,
song.
I don't speak leprechaun.
A ring around a rosy, a bucket full of posy.
Okay, I gotcha.
I'm just kidding. I love Irish people.
Don't even know if he's Irish. He might be Scottish.
Well, then I'd be really screwed right now. I tell you that much. Because
I think it's a great
don't
song.
like to be confused.
My
I'll tell you
daughter loves it too. But anyway, my point is, I like to play devil's advocate. So I like to say, if I was a CCP propagandist, what I would do is that first Taiwanese one, I would probably go for something more underground, but that one is acceptable because the average, we had to tell our audience that was a Taiwanese song that we knew, right? The average person in the US or whatever country that this propaganda is aimed at, because she's speaking English, right?
Yeah.
This is not for Chinese people. This is for Americans. This is for Brits. This is for Aussies. This is for Europeans. So when you're speaking English, you could use a Taiwanese song. No one's going to know any better.
Right.
Why use one of the most hot songs on the internet right now in the West to copy? That seems absolutely idiotic,
It does.
right? Like you're going to get called out in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
We'll just play through this.
Yeah, so let's play through a little more here, okay?
System make you woe, but it caused so many woes.
One day when the tonguing is done, we'll take our leave and go. Soon may the Wellerman come to bring us sugar and tea and rum.
Anyways, this is the rest of the song is this bizarro world where these animals, Afghan goats and Vietnamese oxen,
And
they sing about
Egyptian
camels sing about how the U.S. is not a democracy, which we've spoken about in a previous episode. They're
Yeah.
very mad right now
Yeah.
about this democracy
hate
summit
it.
thing.
Again, I just have to point out the poor taste here that you have to plagiarize a Western song to attack the West. Isn't that ridiculous? You actually cannot come up with your own thing.
No.
What a useless propaganda
I know.
engine that the
I know.
Chinese government have. They end up hiring, which we'll talk about later, like these dregs of society to represent them.
Yeah,
And on top of that, they do rubbish like this the whole time.
right.
It's ridiculous.
It's unbelievable.
Steal Taiwanese music. Now you're going to steal whatever that was. What is that
Irish.
music? Is it Irish?
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. It's like,
It's a sea shanty.
what is a sea shanty?
Like
It's
a pirate song.
okay. I mean, like, is it a shanty town? What's going on?
A
It's
sea
like,
shanty is
like
it's a type of song. It means there's no instruments.
oh, shanty's a song
Yeah.
now? So what's a shanty town? Is that a town
It's a
without
different-
instruments?
It's a different word.
Okay.
This is going
I'm
into
just
an
saying,
absolute
okay?
nonsense conversation.
I gotta know, like, whatever it was, okay, this dude singing his song about rum on a beach, banging a piece
Right.
of wood, is now Chinese propaganda. They're gonna copy that.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just stop.
it's a great song.
I'm sure it is.
It's an old song, but it's like current. It's like current cover,
Right.
that he produced, obviously. I just love that the Chinese government had to use that instead of anything else. Anything else. But pick something that will be immediately recognizable to everyone on the internet.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Disinformation, gerrymanders,
She likes to use the word gerrymandering, eh?
She does. This is, I love to look at some of these. The lyrics from Dear Wang are always awesome. It's like she got a thesaurus, and it just doesn't make. Her English is great, but the lyrics never make sense.
Yeah. Anyway, did you leave this whole song in there?
I did. It's my inner Dear Wang simp was showing.
Yeah, I guess
It's
so.
I have this weird conflicting relationship with Dear Wang.
Only you, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of us out there. We unite to criticize her speech, but promote her beautiful angelic voice.